check this out. Beyond this, what does the guaranteed income do? Why do they want it? They stated that full enrollment of those eligible for welfare, quote, would produce bureaucratic disruption in welfare agencies and fiscal disruption in local and state governments that would deepen existing divisions among elements in the big city Democratic coalition, the remaining white middle class, the working class ethnic groups, and the growing minority poor. To avoid a further weakening of that historic coalition, a national Democratic administration would be constrained to advance a federal solution to poverty that would override local welfare failures, local class and racial conflicts, and local revenue dilemmas. It's basically sounds like they're saying, we want universal basic income to blow the whole thing up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what the point is, because one of the things that UBI does is it removes the association of effort with the reward of payment. So it's actually taking out the working part of working for a living. So you're just being provided with something, and it puts people in a position where they rely on that. They don't have the ability to produce anything to sustain them that can provide means to sustain themselves. So they rely on it, and then you end up trapping people.
Right. Absolutely.
Which is this is the exact argument that conservatives and libertarians have against any welfare programs, right? You create a client class, a group of people that are reliant on that,
and
it becomes generational as well. It frequently becomes generational. So you end up creating this group of people that are going to be dependent not just on that, just not for them, but for their generations and stuff, and you can't get rid of it.
The difference here, though, I think that makes it a little bit more intense is that this can be turned into something that's an actual weapon to destroy the existing system. So it's like blow it up from within using the means of the system. And that means if this is the operating plan of what's really going on, then it's not just incompetency that's running the government. There's actually a more cunning strategy at work, I think, to maybe even destroy the country.
It's malintention, right?
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think this is something that the average voter would pick up on, or would they be too caught up? I mean, that's why I think this concern about the economy is so real, right? If you are desperate, if you are trying to make ends meet and feed your bills, or pay your bills, feed your children, perhaps. Hearing, well, you could get relief through a universal basic income or something else.
It's chicken in the pot, another version of absolutely. But this is like they know that. They know what they're doing.
There's
not the ability to actually give everybody a chicken in the pot. Right. It destroys things, and then they can come along later, going back to the coon pod issue, and say, "Well, look, I think Klaus even said something like this. He said, "You're just an angry world. We know you're angry," and then he offers the solution down the road of the technocratic agenda. So there's a really great article at technocracy.news today. Patrick Wood's excellent website, and he was outlining how the Cloward and Piven strategy actually leads to the solutions that technocracy will offer to UBI and so forth to solve this.
But can you wake people up from this? Like, could you convince people that this is not the promise that they think it is?
Probably not.
That's the challenge, is getting people to understand that.
I don't know that you can. I mean, you go to a person, and as we talked about earlier in the show with rational self-interest, and you say, a vote for me is a vote for cash in your pocket. They'll vote for you. That's it.